Hello everyone. Today is day 6, part 2 of OSPF. Last session we discussed about the what is OSPF and types of OSPF. Now today, how is configuration of OSPF? In this model, to describe the OSPF is a interior gateway routing protocol. Interior last session we discussed about this one interior gateway protocol. So is a developed by the OSPF working group of internet internet engineers. This is a OSPF design IP network and is supporting mm, and is supporting IP subnetting and supporting IP subnetting. This is a routing information of OSPF, and this OSPF to allows packets authentication and use IP multicast and sending and receiving the packets. So coming to this supports is a IP version 4 and IP version 4 in this OSPF. In this information about the OSPF, in this Cisco OSPF implementation of the routing of OSPF version 2. This is OSPF version 2. OSPF version 2 is a following outline supporting the Cisco OSPF implementation. Coming to this coming to this router learn we any IP internet protocol routing is a can be redistributed into any IP routing protocols. In this inter-domain level of the OSPF can import routes learned by interior gateway protocol. In this interior gateway routing protocols, and another one is routing information protocol and IS intermediate system to intermediate system IS these are in the OSPF can import routes learned we with India Gateway routing protocols. Coming to this OSPF, OSPF routes can also be exported into India Gateway routing protocols and routing into information protocol and intermediate system to intermediate system. These are the inter-domain level of the OSPF. This can be import of host learner exterior exterior gateway protocol (EGP). These are the exterior gateway protocols. So this and exterior gateway protocols and border gateway protocols. These are OSPF routes can be exported into EGP and BGP protocol. Coming to this authentication of the plan test and message detect algorithm. This is a MD5 messages digest file, and this authentication among neighboring routers within the area is supported. In this routing interface parameter configurable parameter support including interface output to cost retransmission intervals to these interfaces times and so on. And this coming to OSPF requires coordinate among many interior routers like area border routers, which is routers connected to multi areas and autonomous system border routers. at a minimum OSPF based on routers. And coming to this border cache network is a OSPF classified different into the following types of networks. First, and border cache networks, non-border cache multi-access networks, and point-to-point network. These are the most important of the OSPF, different types of OSPF of the network. So first one is broadcast network, and second one is non-broadcast multi access, and third one is point to point network. These are three in the different media into the networks of the OSPF. In this OSPF, point to point and non-broadcast multi-access and broadcast networks are the in this broadcast network Ethernet token and so on is useful, and non-broadcast multi-access network is switch multimedia data service, frame relay, and so on. And point-to-point is a high level data link control. It's high level data link control, and this one is Ethernet Ethernet and FDDI, and this one is a is a switch multi mega sorry switch multi megabyte and data service is a is are in these are in three different media into the OSPF. And coming to OSPF network type, in this OSPF network type or is either broadcast regardless of the default media type. In this configuration, broadcast network as network when the NBMA multicast access network, broadcast multicast access network such as a broadcast network. In this future, saves you from the media of operating networks. And coming to the in this there are OSPF and OSPF point to multi-point interfaces define a number point-to-point interface having one or more neighbors is create multi-host routes, and OSPF point to multi-point network as a following benefits compared to NBMA and point-to-point network. In point-to-point multi-point A to array is a new to configuration because it requires to know that configuration of the neighbor comments of the IP subnet and request to design router elections. In this point to multi-point keyword was added to the IP OSPF network interface configuration command. So therefore, the neighbor router's configuration command was not needed to point to multi-point interface because its multicast took care of the traffic. When send the allow packet is update and acknowledgement messages were sent using multicast, and it in multicast allow messages discover all neighbors dynamically. So on any point to multi-point interfaces is broadcast or not, the Cisco iOS software assumed that the cost of each neighbors was equally. So this configuration with the IP OSPF interface configuration command is reality the neighbor is different, so the cost should differ. In this configuration, separate the cost to neighbors of OSPF. In this area of parameters, coming to the area of parameters in US OSPF, OSPF is NSA, NSSA, NSSA means is a not stub and so areas area or areas. It features to administration of the internet service provided of the network. OSPF to remote site that is using a different routing protocols. Coming to, I will show examples of this area. OSPF NSSA, NSSA, OSPF stub network stub so areas NSSA. In routing, in this routing, there are different types of routings. This is router one. This is router two, and this is router 3 and this is router 4 and this is router 5. This is area 1. These are all in area 1, and this router 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all in area 2. So this one, these are all in area 0. It's outside of the router. This is routing internet protocol RIP, and this outside routing is EIGRP, enhanced EIGRP. EIGRP means enhanced internet gateway routing protocol. This in this outside of other router, this is NSA network so stub area, and enter the this is EIGRP. These are connected. This the distributed routes from the RIP routing internet protocol router will not be allowed into OSP area 1. OSPF area 1. PF OSPF area 1. This RIP was not will not be allowed in OSP area 1 because NSSA network, so NSSA the stub area will be in the extends to the stub area. In the stub area, characteristics will still exist, including the LSA link state areas, link state advertisement system, or link state acknowledgement. In this router, the advertisement address of the single summer row to be advertised of the NSSA in the OSPF, and will advertise network in one area into another area, and if the network number is so is an area is assigned in a way of such that they are to continue, you can configure some of the advertisements of route that covers the individual networks in the area that fall into the specific range. In these routers from other protocols or OSPF to the modern configuration of IP routing protocol independent features. Each router is to advertise to external LSA. Yeah. However, you can configure the Cisco iOS software to advertise a single route for all the redistributed filters that the network address and mask. So, in this, helping decrease the size of OSP link. Since in this OSP, all area must be connected to a backbone area. In this OSP, all area connected to the backbone area. That's it. That's it. Is a uh, the backbone continue or the purposeful establish a virtual link. The endpoints of virtual link are configured with both routers. So this configuration information each router to other endpoint virtual, and in these two routers have in common, that is the transist area. Now in this node we virtually links connect to the configuration through sub areas. These are in NSSA OSPF, and in this OSPF uses the largest IP address configuration on the interface is router ID. Yesterday I will discuss this one. Coming to this and router ID, if the interface is associated with this IP address is every brought down or address is removed, so the OSP process must recalculate a new router ID and resend and it's so routing information of these interfaces. So in this coming to interfaces, the loop loop back of the interfaces to configuration of IP address, and the IP address is as a router ID. IP address is called is and its router ID. And so sorry for the disturbance. In this router address among all loopback interfaces of the no if no loopback interfaces are present, the highest IP address in the router choosing. You cannot tell OSPF of the particular interfaces. So that in this release by default OSPF calculate the OSPF metrics of the interfaces to the according to the so on the interfaces in this there are, for example, in this example of the OSPF in this 64 kbps link gets a metric of port ID is 1562, and the gets metric of um, this OSPF metric is calculated the value divided the bandwidth value. So these are in useful in OSPF, and in this OSPF updates package facing configuration timers and the finding future information of the OSPF updates. So, so this information about OSPF update package configurable timers. In this situation, you might need change open OSPF packets facing default timers, multi-gate, multi-gate buffer, multi-gate buffer of the loading the large numbers of link state. And coming to these are in OSPF configuration. In this verifying of OSPF packet phasing timers and these to the OSPF packet phasing the configuration, the output of OSPF command will be discussed later. And coming to OSPF, how is linked state database overload protection of OSPF? In this OSPF linked state database overload protection features to allow the limit the number of non-self generated state advertisements. Link state advertisement. So this OSPF process to generate the LSA and other routers in the OSPF the OSPF memory resource of the routers. So coming to this OSPF of the benefits of using OSPF link state database overload protection. And this OSPF link state database is when the other routers is the network some OSPF level to limit to provide the overall data link state database overloader protection. So this is the number of non-self generated by LSA for a given of OSPF process. In this configuration, in this I've been misconfiguration of the generated I value of LSA for instance of to redistribute large numbers of the of the OSPF. In this mechanism, routers from receiving large numbers of LSA and therefore to expense of central point unit and memory shortage, CPU and memory. This today is the OSPF configuration. This is the OSPF configuration section. Now we next session we discuss how tomorrow. Next session. Thank you. Sign off.